Well, there's been a lot of complaining that I've read online claiming that you can score easy from midfield. No problem, particularly with Rosalina. She seems to be the big complaint that people have. I've got COVID. The weather sucks outside, and online play or online seasons don't start for another few days, so I've got the perfect combination to test out and see whether or not these complaints are valid. So my test was simple. I compared Rosalina's scoring percentage with a shooting stat of 15, 17, and 19. I kept many things constant, including her teammates, the direction I was traveling, my opponents, the gear for everyone who was not Rosalina. My shot location was always aiming for the upper left. My technique skill always stayed at 14. I was always in the same stadium, always playing on the easy difficulty, and I always attempted my shots from the middle of the field or as close to it as I could get. So with that out of the way, here's the results. And yeah, I'm confused too a bit. 15, 17, 19 shooting score or shooting value, I don't pick up much of a difference. Almost the exact same shooting percentage there in the mid-30s. Save percentage for BB, mid-50s. The missing is a bit higher, substantially higher actually, at 17 for some reason, don't know, but you know, the scoring percentage is the big thing, and that's pretty much the same. I did get a bit more of a detailed breakdown. I added goals. Stun goals are goals that hit the goalie, stun the goalie, and then roll in. Pretty much the same thing as a goal, but they do take longer, so it is possible for time to expire or for a defender to get over there and rebound or save the shot. There's also stun rebounds versus regular rebounds, depending on whether or not BB got stunned. And really, even with this breakdown, there isn't too much that's super noticeable. Again, the shooting percentage doesn't change here. About the same regardless of what your value was. You do see more stunning of the goalie. About a 16% chance of some sort of stunning of the goalie at 19 versus about 6% at 15. So you do see a big uptick there. That said, 15 value for your shooting skill has a much higher regular rebound rate there. Almost a quarter of the time, BB would just give up a flat old rebound versus just about 12% at that 17 and 19 value. I wouldn't necessarily say that means shooting is unimportant beyond 15. There's definitely a lot of things I controlled for, but by extension, there's a lot of things I did not test. The big concern here is that this is a new game. There's going to be bugs that we're not aware of. I did all my tests with Rosalina. Maybe things are different if you try it with a different character because Rosalina or a different character has bugs. I controlled for technique and I controlled for shooting, but I did not control for speed, strength, or passing stats. Maybe there's a bug associated with any of those stats that could affect the results. It could change based on shot location. Again, I always was aiming for upper left, but maybe if you're aiming at a different spot in the goal, you'll get different results. Could be based on your shot location. I was, again, always in the middle of the field, but maybe if you're shooting from the corner, maybe if you're shooting from right in front of the net, you'd get significantly different percentages. It could be a change on the stage itself. Hard to imagine, but maybe for some reason the lava stage has a bug. Of course, things could change with a future update. We're expecting updates at some point in the future, so this information could become outdated even if it is currently reliable. And there's a dozen other factors that, if it's bugged, if the game is bugged in any way, could potentially affect our results here that I did not test for. Again, I was willing to do this, but this was pretty boring, so I'm not going to test anymore. That'll be up to you guys if anyone else wants to do any additional testing regarding shooting. The one thing I noticed, but I did not record, was that whether or not you score seems to be based heavily on where the goalie is standing when the ball is shot. If BB is near the end of the goalie box, or about as far away from the net as possible when you shoot the ball, that ball is almost certainly going in, or it's going to be a miss. If he's closer to the goal, you'll see that he's going to save it or give up a rebound more likely than not. Does a higher shooting stat actually cause BB to step away from the goal? I have no clue. I'm not testing it. You do it if you want. So, just quick to review. 15 shooting versus 17 shooting versus a 19 shooting skill. I'm not finding any significant in goals percentage. Again, I'd be hesitant to generalize this to every situation, but considering that this is from about as far away as you can be from the net, I'm probably going to try just lowering the shooting stat on all my characters, maybe trying 15 or 16, seeing if I get the same success as when I was using like 19 or 20. I can move those stats to passing, speed, whatever, maybe have some more success. That's all I got for you here today. I've got some other analysis videos, but for Splatoon 2, in the event that you're waiting around for Splatoon 3 to come out here in a few months and you're bored and you want to hear some good information based on Splatoon 2, I guess I'm your guy. Check it out. Thanks again.